I didn't mean to. No, I didn't mean to push that button. Freak crud. That's no YouTube or Firefox, I guess would be more accurate. Close that. What's happening here? Yeah. I don't remember if I had the logo on there before or not. No, I think not, right? Whole reason I came over here was that this was too goddamn loud. Test. I think that's better. That over there. There we go. Now I'm louder. Test. Okay. I don't think we need this. That was just for testing purposes. Yo, what up, Draz? What up, Josh? This is the code! It codes! How's it going, guys? How's everything sound? Is the audio level alright, or is the music? Because music was like really fucking loud a second ago, so I don't. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. And you know, see the code or not. Who knows? Ha. So, well, just for a recap here, and also because I worked on this a little bit off stream. We have like a 3D modeling program, so it's like, you know, there's a model. We can, you know, adjust the model or whatever. We can also, like, fuck with the textures on the model over here. We can like zoom in and out. We can change these buttons, change like how far these are like locked to. So it's like grid locking. Oh my god, it's so fucking massive. There, see how it's like now there's a grid. While you guys were not looking, I added saving and loading. So the 0 file right now is just like the might not be the default one, I don't know. Oh yeah, so well, let's say I save that down and then load it, and then it's suddenly bigger because I loaded in the last save. I also went ahead and made this little guy, which is like, I kind of changed gears for today. I was originally gonna work on adding new new triangles to the model, but instead I think first I'm gonna make it so that this little guy shows up, so like when you select a, like here I'm selecting these, right? So I have those two selected and it shows on all three of these, but nothing shows up in the 3D view. I'm gonna make it so that this will show up, that little guy will show up on the corner, so you can tell in the 3D view which edges of the model you're adjusting. So that's kind of the first goal for today. What's up, Chaos? How's it going? It is face forward Reeves. Imagine face forward Reeves. And so I need two things to do that, kind of. So the first is I need to be able to draw that a bunch of times. Right now, I have models separately, but I think I want to just draw that same model over and over again. I could add it a bunch of times to my model struct. And that may be better, but because I could technically add the model. I could add the model over and over again to the models list. And maybe that is the better option. The other option is that I make some other data structure that basically is just storing where that model is going to be, and then just adjust this model structure and recall draw elements over and over again. Which is slow, because generally you don't want to keep drawing. The whole batch calling thing is you don't want to keep you don't want to keep calling draw elements over and over again, because that's slow. So maybe I will just say fuck it, and give myself so much spare room for, like, selecting things. Or I could just have it afterwards. But the problem with that is then if it moves, it's kind of a pain. Because I'd have to shift, like, all of them over. better now, thanks. Oh, well, I'm glad you're better now. I don't know what were you having issues with, but, you know, nobody likes being not good. Also, part of the problem with that is I have current model data, and I have to, like, delete and re-add current model. Just hard having my brain sometimes. Yeah. I think that's the case for everybody, though. I don't think that's just a you thing. Yeah, you know what? Let's do the second one. Let's go to this, and let's just add like a selector model data. Put in here. And really all of this is gonna do is be like, hey, really just gonna do that. I like to turn the brain off here and just enjoy. Nice. I can't. It's not really easy to check. Okay, so yeah, looks like it. I couldn't remember if the vector was gonna actually copy it or just freaking make it the same structure. Okay. So then we have the selector model data, and then we just be a lot. Talent, please, Street Fighter. Yeah, wait, how do I do this? I still am gonna have to have like another data structure, I think. I'm gonna have to know which models are the thing. Maybe. Or... after this is done, I just reset the shit. Or don't even put it in there in the first place. Was this 2 in a row, or was this just one really long song? Oh, yeah, okay, you heard the same thing too. I was like, what the hell? This is a really long Street Fighter song, but then I'm like, wait, I don't think this was the one that was playing before. Oh, we wanted to be over here. So we want to do that and then be like, false. Or true. Do skip it. God damn, they are just back to back right now. Okay, so this is fine. So, now I loaded that in, but it's not like doing anything. I forgot. What am I doing here? Well, where was I? I got so distracted by the songs. The jams pulled me out of it. So I have that, and then I just do like played. This needs to not be down there. This should be public. Place selector objects. Let's say visuals. Objects? I don't know. Maybe objects is fine. Okay, it missed. Why are you calling out the well-known game, Sega Genesis game, Private Eye? Come on. Or is it Battle Mate? I actually don't know which is the time. I don't know which is the name of the game right now. I think it's Private Eye. Is it the other one? I was like, I don't remember if the name was on top, but like the name of the song was on top or the name of the game was on top. The Battle Mania is the name of the game. This hype music isn't exactly gonna put me to sleep. Just let the comforting typity noises of me coding put you to sleep. Yeah, I guess I was trying to just say, ooh. I don't know. Add. There. Dun 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 dun. Is coding a lot of grunting? Depends on what I'm coding. That should be fine for that. Say by default that's false. Then that's fine, and then except this also has to have another variable. 3D offset. And we'll say 0, 0, 0. So whoops, we're in the wrong file. There we go. Offset. And then that is going to be this. So now if I do -1, true. Offset, whenever I call this, it should place a bunch of them down. Let's just go ahead and check if this works right. Line 3, indeed. Do something on the book. Let's move this. We're bringing something from off of the bookshelf to onto the bookshelf, and that is a Brady's game Diablo 2 you know, ultimate strategy guide thing. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this beauty. Look at all those fucking tables that are in there for Diablo 2. It describes everything you could ever fucking want. It does actually go over, like, normal stuff in the game, too. It has, like, you know, the character classes and how they all fucking work. But then, like, halfway through the book... maybe it's a little further than halfway. How far back is this? Like, here is, like, the bestiary. And then it's just, like, fucking table upon table. And it has, like, all the fucking, like, stats. Like, how much, like, hit points they have. The range of hit points. Because all the enemies were, like, pseudo-random. So it's, like, where they show up. And then it's like, oh, look at these dudes. These have special attributes. They're found in Act 2, Story 2. And then you go far enough back, and then suddenly you're in item list, and it's just like items upon items upon items upon items. It goes on and on. There's so many items. They just never end. Magic items, suffixes, and then these are like lists of every possible like add-on that an item can have, because the items could be like, they could be like, you know, bracelets of lightning, and so there's like, you know, of the jackal. The jackal gives you life +1 to 5. I literally never use this thing. I don't know. I have had this as long as I can possibly remember, and I think I've never once looked in it, like, for actual, like, playing of Diablo. It must have come with the game, maybe, when I bought it. Because I bought, like, the battle chest thing. But yeah, so, we got that. That was down on the very bottom shelf, off camera. Let's take it up here and, put it, like, you know... let's like put it up, get it on top of these guys. Back out. Diablo 2 back up there, right in the top middle. Certainly stands out. Look at him, creepy skull face, dude. It's not supposed to, like, that's not Diablo, so I don't know who the fuck is supposed to be on the front of it. Alright, so if I do them at point 1, every 10, it would move 1, which will get it. It did not work unless it's like inside of this cube. It definitely did not work. Or unless they're behind me. No, didn't work. What went wrong? Let me go, Coding is literal magic. Sometimes, yeah. What we got going on here? Current model data. Length of models 101, 14. All that looks normal. Ha. You told me that before. I actually remember that. $14, $28, $42, $56. So all of those numbers seem to be going up. So what's wrong? Let me guess. The offset's not fucking used. Shaders. 3D shaders. A center. A center. It should be used. Oh, this isn't shifting it though. This is literally just I think I'm using that wrong. Hey, what's up here now? Yeah, this is being used for where you want to rotate around, not an actual offset. I mean, that's how you do it. You don't gotta be making shit from scratch if you don't want to. Okay. So instead of that, we would actually want to do this. 3D. Worked that time. So probably should have made it much further, but there we go. Definitely are being placed down. So that is that. So then, well, actually, I want to bring that back for a second. how to Okay, that works. That's definitely gonna need to be changed, though. I think, possible, because I think at some point I'll probably be I'll want to have two separate models in a single model, and then I think this is gonna be no good at that point. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Okay, so why are you lit up right now? That was weird. We want to... Honestly, I think... So I'm also using them over here, right? Yeah, so I think we want to actually do this outside of this. My retainers hurt because I haven't worn them in a while. Do you wear retainers forever? I thought you only wore them for like so long. Yeah, absolutely. Gotcha. I don't know much about retainers, so I mean, I that was actually like a legitimate question because I don't know. In my head, I always thought they were just like part of like stuff when you're adjusting your teeth. So I thought once your teeth got adjusted or whatever, you like stopped wearing them. These will be part of this. We'll add selector. We'll remove selectors. Since we've been trying We went to the trouble of getting rid of all of our warnings. We might as well get rid of these right too. Okay. So. Go PHP style on the code. So I think basically anytime we would do this, anytime we push back. Push back. Okay. Then from there, we're gonna do one of these bad boys. And place a selector on each of these vertexes. This is. Yeah. Should it not have worked? I feel like it should have worked. Dereference data we were into a point. Yeah, whatever. What's the over-under on it working? First shot. That is not right. Also, it's adding more as I'm doing it. Also, did not clear them when I, That is clear not being called. Ow. Well, first, this thing, that's false. Bad if it stays true forever. That's why it was duplicating itself. Yeah, so now it's not duplicating itself. And they are getting removed. They're still getting put in the wrong place. More selectors! Why are they shifted over? They go up the right height, they just get shifted over the wrong distance. These aren't actually wire meshes. These are actually 3D models. That should be the same position as the vertexes that are being caught. Alright, Chaos. You have a good night rest. I mean, those are the right numbers. That's why. The other model's not localized around 0. Why does the top view have only one? Well, in the first place, this is because the way the thing is made. So these lines are the lines of the triangles. So there just is no triangle going that other direction. You know what I mean? The other two views has a triangle going both directions because of the way the triangle is wrapped around the cube. Yeah, I mean, kinda. It's not like I had to do it that. I think I could have done it in a way where there'd be an X there. It just so happens that I put the diagonal across the same way on the top and bottom. Because, think about when on the top and the bottom, like, I only go across them once, so there's, like, the same thing. But on the sides, I just happen to, like, go, like, the opposite way for each one. Well, it's not like on the sides, I think I had no choice. But I think on the top and bottom, I think I could have gotten away doing it the other way. I think there always would be one where there's, like, only a single line, though. So if the top and the bottom had an X, I think one of the sides would have been a single line. Okay, anyway, we have a problem here. Because we don't want that to be in the position it's in. And probably we don't want any models to be in that position, to be honest. I should have instead done -10 to +10. 4 + 2 = 0? I don't know. You can't do 4 + 2 = 0. Is that bad? This is gonna fuck everything. Because I'm gonna fucking punch it. Fucking these things assume that the model starts in the other position. It goes. It goes. I literally can't, I can't have it. I'm gonna fucking have to fix this right now. I have to have the model, like, centered around 0, because otherwise other things are gonna not work right. Yeah, so you get it, Zooted. It's understandable, right? Oh, that's why. I was like, this is the wrong function. I'm like, this function doesn't look like what I'm looking for. What I need to change is... the fuck? Well, yeah, of course. But they're all supposed to be similar. I do only have one model. The viewports are drawn based on the model's positions. The problem is, if I want to move the model... Well, this is like a sub-problem of the main problem. But the sub-problem of the main problem with... If I just, like, move the model right now, the viewports are looking in a different place. So, right, like, right now... The viewports are centered around the center of this cube, but the center of this cube is not 0, 0, 0. The center of this cube is shifted 15 over from that. So I need to, like, shift all of the viewports over 15 to be so that they're around the center if I'm shifting the cube over to 0, 2. Which is that right there, I believe. Also, it looks like it's getting stretched out. It shouldn't be getting stretched out when I change it. Oh, wait, -10 to +10 is 20 instead of 10. So these should be -5 to +5. Anyway. That's why it looks like it was stretched out. Because it was stretched out. What I don't understand is why that didn't fix it. Well, that's no good. Yeah, so adding goes the wrong way. Oops, I mean to do that. Yeah, what the fuck? Why is this? Why is 0 not... Oh. It's not quarter selection, it's negative quarter, so that's why it's fucking... That's why it didn't work right. Wasn't supposed to get rid of that that negative sign mattered. Okay. Now they're centered around 0, 0, 0. Now we need to How do can I... I can't really tell. It's very hard to tell. Save that. Then let's come over here and see if... that is around 0 if I change that. Data 1 -1. Close. The Z's still a little off. The Z's actually literally off by 1. So if I want to move the Z by 1, why is one of the things like not getting selected right now? That's fucking weird. Well, first off, one thing I could do is I can make this bigger, and then I can also... do that, right? That either that should have done it one way or the other. Either it added 1 and now I'm 2 off, or it subtracted 1 and I'm only 1 off. Good. Although something is wrong. It didn't... One of the values is wrong. One of the values is a 0 instead of a... Well, I mean, I guess it's probably gonna be strange no matter what color I make them. I really need to work on making sure I don't accidentally capture stuff in the wrong window. This corner? Trying to see if I can tell which thing is wrong, but normal, but it's definitely, it's off by, like, the thing is wrong. Which I don't like. That's probably why it was doing that weird thing. Where, like, that one is, like, not where it's supposed to be. Oh, except now I can move it freely. What the freak? there's a... something, like, not right. For some reason, when I do... that works, though. There, I can move that point. Why is this not drawing, like, this point? First off, load this in. Can I? Not right though, because this still looks fucking wrong. I'm not sure where this is supposed to go. Like, if I look at this, can I tell which one's the wrong one? Well, that looks like it's not right. It's hard to tell because my, I have it as a transparent texture, so I'm not sure which side of the thing that's on because of the way the drawing works right now. I think it's like this corner is wrong though, right? Because like that should be a red square right there. Let me try and keep that out and put these guys back. and I, like, for some reason can't grab it on, like, other views. Like, I don't know why I can't grab it on this view. No, maybe we just say fucking and redo it. The pain in the ass thing was that the texturing was annoying to do. That's kind of why I don't want to redo it. Let's see if we can just hard code this in one time. If I hard code it in one time, I can probably save it, right? And then it'll be fine. So we go to wherever model saving and loading is. So load model. Model data, yeah. So 14 should be one. Yeah, so I think it's supposed to be 1. So we change it to 1. Everything looks normal. We hit the save button. We just overwrite this file. And no one's the wiser. Probably something I need to fix. There definitely is some sort of issue there. I don't know what it is yet, though. Well, plus side, we do have it shows up now. Okay. You're deleting too fast. Jesus fucking, just had fucking flashbacks. I was like, oh my god, I know this. I feel like this sounds like way better than it did in the game, though. Like, I feel like the game was really rough with the audio, and this is like super fucking clean right now. Okay. So. What's happening is removes. It's called. I bet what's happening is, let's do this instead. Remove them, and then if there was an app, we do the thing. I think this is the issue. So I think on this screen, there's an add and a remove from the caught vertex list at the same time, yeah? Okay. Alright, so we have it doing it. We need to update the position of this, though, when the vertex moves. Yeah, this is all going hard, yeah. This is actually from a game I used to speedrun. This is on the list of games that I'm gonna go back to again, too. Because it was, God damn, how long ago was it? This is like 6 years ago when I did the speedrun for this, I think. 7 years ago, actually, yeah. So this is actually that game is currently my, like, oldest PB that hasn't been, like, updated 7 years ago. Rocket Knight Adventures. Still 8th place. You know. Not too shabby if I say so myself. Guy's theme in Street Fighter? No. This clearly says Final Fight. This is actually Guy's theme? Is his theme just Slum Alleyway? Poor Guy. He's like, oh, what's his theme? I'll just make it one of those fucking boring ass stages. Like, come on, that is not the best song they could have chose from Final Fight. I feel like he could have, there was much better options. Profound sadness. I'm not sure right now. So one option, I could just say fuck it and just clear and re-add these every time they move. The other option is that I manually update them, so I like have a list already and I just go through and like readjust their positions. Which I guess that one's a little bit harder. I think I'm just gonna say fuck it, honestly. I certainly don't want to go overboard and update every time moving cloud vertex is updated. So we will just do other boolean value, update selectors. Then if either of those is true, update selectors equals true. What am I? Never Return Alive, Streets of Rage 2. Didn't play Streets of Rage 2 a lot. What is happening right now? Why is there a bunch of red? There's no issues. Why are you saying there are issues right now? Visual Studio literally builds without errors. Fucking stupid ass Visual Studios. Look at that. Now the things move with the thing. Moves around. It's like, look, those are the corners you have selected. Didn't work on this one though. Okay, alright. Why did it not work on that, though? Confused. Is that not what this was doing? Moving caught vertexes. This is literally what this is doing. Why does this not work right? Oh, I'm fucking stupid. It is working right. This fucking, when I do this, will I come back on the screen? So I was like, oh, okay, I have this point, right? And I'm like, well, why is it not moving when I move this point? That's because the point's not fucking moving. The point's still down there in the corner. Just the texture's being updated. So even though it like looks like the corner is moving, the corner's not moving. The corner's still down there in the... Okay. So I probably didn't really need that other thing. I probably didn't really need the second bit that I did there. Next up, I want to... Well, I should adjust the camera position because the camera is stupid. Oh, I should have changed Y, not X. Oops. Ten is fine. There you go. That's good enough. Well, actually, you know what? I guess I could do... I could go back to the other, yeah, the things that sound. We want to hold that. I end up going closer. I wanted to go further away. I definitely did that one. Oh, maybe I just didn't go back far enough. Doesn't matter, actually. It in the corner. -5 probably. Camera back in further. Let's go 10. I suppose there's probably some math I could do to like figure out exactly what's the way to have the best camera angle here, but oh, that's no good. That's probably why I was doing the little thing. Let's go back. My rotation. Yeah. I can't really do it that other way because then my rotation thing starts getting janky. Whatever. This is fine. It's close enough. I just want to have it kind of centered. Anyway, next up, I think, is to make it so that I can I kind of want to make it so that if I like click somewhere, I feel like this is a pain in the ass to like figure out. Like, I click somewhere and then it will like select all 3 of those points on the texture like side of things. Because right now it's kind of hard to like. Add numbers to this. So like if I want to like, let's say I wanted to make this like box the texture for this model I have up here, it's kind of annoying having to like move all of these, and especially when they like go over top of other points. It becomes more annoying because when I like click on them, it selects the like top point, but the top point isn't always like the point you want to select on the texture map, and there's like no real way to like know which point you want to select on the texture map, because depending on which corner of the model you're at, it's like I don't know, it's just hard. And the triangle thing doesn't even really help that either. I don't know what to do about it, to be honest. Speaking of that, why am I not seeing... I like couldn't see that from over here. It was actually completely like obstructed. I forgot I could move. I should actually make it so I can rotate with mouse controls too, because then you can control the camera with your, or with keyboard controls, because then you control the camera completely with the keyboard, if necessary. And then you don't gotta worry about like clicking up there to move around. Honestly, this is a lot easier with that. The whole, like, being able to see the, which corner you're editing actually makes this a bunch easier. Even though, kinda, like, I should have already been able to, like, tell which, one I'm editing to begin with. I think I fucked up. These ones are not right. That is definitely backwards. But so here's the problem, right? So I did all of that, right? And so now I'm down here and I've made a mistake. I've put my textures in the wrong point. But when you're like selecting the textures on the texture editor side of things, it's like the only point, like there's 4 or 5 points that are like right here. And it just selects one of them and not always the one I want. It's kind of interesting that it was weird that it just decided to select a different point that time. I don't know why. But so that's what I mean. So I think one feature that I should add that's kind of more important than anything else right now is that I should make it so that if I like click and I have a point selected and there's multiple points on top of each other, I should like just go down. I should like go down the list, right? So that like in this scenario, I'm not trying to modify this top point, which is still currently right. Like, I should be able to like cycle through them so that I can get to the point I want to modify. That like box texture looks a lot better than I thought it would, to be honest. Actually, what I kind of just threw that together like real fast because I was like, oh, I should make a box texture so that I can like test out drawing like completely over top of a texture like that, and I was just like, oh, it's not that bad. I don't know. Okay. So. In order to do that, when I click, so how does this work? When I'm in this one, it's like, click once. It doesn't deselect until an unclick, so I should be able to moving caught vertex. Fuck. I think this is like a lot of this needs to change, honestly. Because right now it's like, how does that work? Oh, you know what? Actually, no, no. It only selects it on a release too. Checkpoint catch true on mouse release. Maybe I don't clear it. And I check point anyway. And inside of checkpoint catch, I don't check it if was caught. False. If we enter that was caught point false. True. Break. Not was caught point. If it was caught point, we can can't erase it. So the thing, because it doesn't work that way. This should never not exist, because the only way this should exist is if we're actually getting into here. Or the only way it should come into here is if we actually get into there. But that should be fine, because then we push back that, we add selector. Let's see if this works. This might just work. Ah, fuck. I should make the default for, like, moving different when you come onto the texture editor side. Did not work. Huh. Is it coming in here now? I forgot to remove the cloud vertex dot clear. So I was like, it's not working. Should be working, but it's not. The second time around it doesn't work. It's gonna. Then they're actually both selected, I think. Yeah. It's almost a feature, right? I can now actually, like, select one them individually, or select multiple, or a combination of them. Right? I think I can select every possible combination, right? Like, it's almost a happy accident. I'm not sure if there's ever a situation. Maybe there is a situation, actually, where you would want that. Maybe I should leave it like this. I'm trying to think if there's a situation where you would want to move, like, a bunch of texture things that are all on top of each other like this.
There probably is, right? Because, I mean, like, let's say you have like an arm or something, like all the points around the wrist would be like near each other. So maybe there'd be like one point where, like, you know, you have 3 triangles that are like the same point on the texture. So maybe you would want to be able to have multiple points at once. Why? I don't understand why it doesn't let me, Was I just misclicking before? Maybe I should make this more lenient, too. So the interesting bit here is also I can select, multiples, but I can only do it in a way where I can only go from one side of the array to the other. Can't go the other way around because then it deletes the one beneath it. So as long as you're like going in order, you can go backwards too, which is kind of useful. I'm gonna make these more lenient, so you could like select. Yeah, I think actually this is like really good. I think I am actually gonna leave this like this, because now I can do this, and you don't want that. Jesus, why are you moving so far? You're moving insane. Oh. Yes. Because now I can like select multiples at a time and do that, and then I get like the actual triangle one. Because this was one of the other things I was like thinking about, like, oh, it'd be nice to be able to move like in a quadrant, like an actual triangle. Well, now it's like, God, now I kind of want to make it so like if I like that I could do this in an easier fashion. Because right now I have to click all 4. Be like, this is sick, right? Now it's like, now I can edit the texture of shit so much faster. Okay. I could make it so... I can make it so if I like right click, I capture the previous triangle or next triangle, whichever. Right? You just have to do this 3 times or 2 times. Let's also up this. Let's up this to 8 so that they're really easy to select. Was I wrong? No, not. Just have to update the update date too. So let me think about the thing. Texas. Is mouse. Actually, I don't need two. I don't need two variables. Actually, we'll just do this for now. Greater than 0. Now if I right click, it should automatically catch the 3 previous vertexes. Up to 3 previous vertexes at least, I guess. Nope. It's trying. Just flash them off. Checkpoint catch first mouse down. It's true.
Actually. Why is it like not? It should at least catch the first one. Oh, right. This isn't going back through. I was thinking this only works if they're all over top of each other. We'll have to do different thing here. This is what we want. We just don't need this other shit. We also really don't need. This can just be used. We don't actually need a member variable for that. So instead, what I'll do is call it vertex. Dot push back. If greater than 0. Oh. While meter does not equal the end, meter plus points. Have to do. That does not equal end. We do that. Do that. There we go. And let's do that plus plus. And that plus plus. So go in there, check. If it's not the end, it'll add it. Loop until it's not, except we also want to bounce out while that does not equal 0 and that is greater than 0. Minus. Back the wrong vertex. Forward. I mean, forward is fine too, to be honest. Okay, so let's come in here, demo stuff. We don't need. Change that to counter. Well, let's actually change it to count. This is the number that we're going to be doing.
And we will default it to 2. Thinking. I was thinking to change that to the next. It's not catching the previous vertexes, it's catching the next vertexes. But it does work. So like if I go here, I catch the next 2. Okay. So crash if I do something like this? No. And it'll just, yeah. So it'll just, so now I can like you know, select a triangle at a time if I want to. Multiple triangles at a time. If I select them in the right way. It's kind of weird. I don't like that it does it when I'm like, when they're like, I like it when it does it when they're like all stacked on top of each other. Like if all of these points would be like, you know, over top of each other, and like I can click through them, but I can also select them in any combination. I like that. I don't like that it does it also with like when the points aren't stacked. Hey, more games that I used to speedrun. There's just, it's never ending. But let me also... When we go into texture editor mode, I want to change the chunk movement to be 64. I think when we switch it back, probably to 2. I actually don't know what the default is right now. Two is probably good though, right? Could go all the way down to 1. Hey, what the fuck? What happened here? That thing happened again, where there's like a point, not moving. What the hell? What is up with that? Why is this point...
Does this have something
You're
to do with
listening to
switching
Rhythm and
back
Pixel
and
Radio. You
forth
want me to say that?
between...
Yes. Oh, crap. We're listening to Rhythm and Pixels Radio.
This? No, it's normal. Like, what the fuck? What caused that to happen? Huh. Has something to do with setting the thing to 1? Or maybe changing it when I have something selected causes it to... Ah, I see. Changing it when I have something selected is what causes it to happen. But why? Why would that affect anything? In the first place, when you click, it deselects them anyway, so you have to, like, re-select them. Okay, also not doing it anymore. I am so fucking confused. What is causing this? What the fuck? Having them selected when I switch. Maybe? Or just switching multiple times causes it in general? I don't even have to have them selected. There's also something weird going on with the selection thing there, too. Just see that on the first time I'm like I'm selecting like a weird section of things. Yeah. I don't understand. I thought I did this one time. I didn't have any. Okay, so it seems that just like switching modes causes that to get fucked up. But why? Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's not the changes I just made. This was happening before. It's also hella weird that when I select all of them, it moves. Like, it only doesn't move when I do a partial selection. Oh, here we go. There it is. It's like it's selecting it as though it's part of the wrong thing. I don't know why. This is so weird. I have no idea why that would cause that. Let me go to the HUD code. is released, and then I use it. So it's not like it should be going. Oh, but I guess maybe up here. Let me see if it does it even matter if I go into the other thing. Like, what if I'm just like. It certainly matters. It certainly has something to do with switching the things. When I switch the things, though, this to texture mode, this only happens for one frame. The in texture edit, but not this part. Which possibly is what's doing it, maybe. What do I need to change? Like, I have to set something back to the default that's like not back to the default. Possibly first mouse down. Oh, wait, hold on. No. What? The fuck? So it wasn't that, although that was a bug. That wasn't what was causing this, apparently. Oh, sweet, that's the Church to 9. Maybe it's not that. Maybe it's just. What? So confused. Yeah, that time it. Does it matter, like, the direction I select the points at? Because if I do this, nothing happens. If I do it the other way, it doesn't get selected, or it doesn't move. That's weird as fuck. So I do change this. They're positive values. Oh, it's from the other way. Bottom right up is where it didn't work right. I don't understand. Is it not that? It doesn't even have like a thing. Like it's like doesn't exist. It doesn't have like a, it doesn't have like a square with it. It's like it's getting skipped. Sorry if that made a loud noise. That bumped my microphone. Microphone ASMR.
This one. This. Why do I have a point size all the way up there? Need to find it. I see because of this. But this is the only place that you use that, so. These are. I'm so fucking confused right now. Okay, the first, you're not supposed to fucking do that. What the fuck? Why are you moving two of them at once? Yeah, like this one is 100% like not being wrong. I thought I dealt with this before. So did I not deal with this before? Comes in here, sets it to first. And then the one that's on is the second. So first to second. First. So it draws the previous point every time it goes through. So there should be one more, actually. When it drops out of here, it doesn't do the last one. Start with that. What's gonna happen is it's gonna come down. It's gonna be indeed I have. So. This is hell annoying. You don't get distance first. First should still be valid because now first should be second. What the fuck is this motherfucker that's out in no man's land? Why is this guy not connected to anything? Is that because I didn't do this other bullshit I was supposed to do? That's because I didn't do this other bullshit I was supposed to do. I'm trying to like... This is some bullshit I shouldn't be doing. But I just want to see if this is... Yeah, I don't understand what's going on. Like, I don't know. This point is, like, not working right. For some reason. Woo! The point, it's like somewhere around here. I can't like click. I wanted to see if I could like find the exact position it was at, but I guess it's not. There it was. I was like, huh? What? There we go. So it's right around. I do not understand why that is being selected there. Fix it by dividing by 0. If only that could solve all our problems. Oh, is this a problem? That's not supposed to be there. Is that why it's not working right? Maybe that's why it's not working right. I don't think that was supposed to be there. That might have been it. I actually, the fucked up thing is I don't know how to, like, I don't know how to check that that was it, other than, well, it's not doing it now, so I guess that fixed it. Because it wasn't exactly, like, 100% reproducing it. I'm also kind of confused as to why that didn't break much more things, and only that one specific vertex got fucked up by that. Because I feel like that should have fucked up a lot of things, and not just that one vertex. Okay. That dot thing is still an issue. And I don't like this. So. Let's just get rid of that. And we do not have, we don't have a continue in here, right? We do not have a continue. Good. So we'll do that. And if that equals that, we can just do this and do second. See if that works. The answer is yes, it did work, kind of. Except, why are you not? I mean, you're selected, but it doesn't show that you're selected.
because I don't go through and do this bullshit. God damn it. I do this all the time. I should actually, I need to make... where the fuck are we doing this? Let's we'll do it after those, but before the HUD thing. Okay. Let's come up here and... I honestly should have done... I've used this code so many times that I should have fucking... I should have, like, made this function a long time ago. Like, there's literally, like, a dozen places in my code where I use this code. Yeah, well... Past Reeves was like, that'll be a future Reeves problem. Should make a game. You should. Probably not as complex as this. You should probably start somewhere easier. All right, there we go. Why is that? Why is it selecting both of those? What the fuck? Oh, it's not selecting both of them. It's because this doesn't get reset until after. Oh God, I'm so just everything's. Yeah, MMORPG, exactly. Just do that. I mean, there's game engines for making everything. Do you mean RPG Maker, or are you talking about something else? Huh. Oh, right, I can't do what I just tried to do. I was gonna say, I thought I was being sneaky, but it doesn't work. No matter what I do, I have to actually have the, I have to reset them beforehand. Realm Captor and Hero Engine. I don't think I've ever heard either of those. Oh, I thought you were just talking about RPGs in general. This is actually for making an MMO. Oh yeah, but Hero Engine is like proprietary. You can't like just use that. I mean, you could, I guess, if you threw a bunch of money at them. Is Hero Engine even in good standing? One of the things on here says they were having funding issues back in 2015. So does this even exist anymore? Yeah, I was gonna say, this also looks like it's not a thing anymore. I think it's bad. I think it's back to working right. Although, well, I guess some of those bugs already existed, but... Let's try and get rid of some of those other places where I was doing that thing.
should be one more that was down here, right? Oh, this one we can't actually get rid of though, right? This one. Because we use that, yeah, okay. So that one we can't change. Maybe the only other place I was actually doing it was the, was those two places then. We don't need that crap anymore, just delete all that. There. Wasn't using it there. Wasn't using it there. Yeah, okay. So I guess I was really only doing it in. Oh, wait. There we go. There was one other. I was only doing it in two other places. It wasn't as bad as I thought. I literally was only doing that in this place where I was doing this same fucking thing, so. That doesn't look trippy at all. It's kind of neat, right? Excuse you? Why did you move? Alright, we were gonna change. The whole reason we did all of that other crap was so that we could change this one fucking thing. Forgot. Got fucking hella sidetracked there. Because now we move like. Alright. Well... That's annoying that it, like, when it goes to the wall, it actually clamps. What? That I don't understand. I guess over here, when the HUD is going on, it's not like resetting the position or something.
Mouse use, mouse release. Texture editor, update. Mouse down. First mouse down. Did we not set this to true? In here? Yeah, we did. I guess that's only when I'm doing that. Maybe I should actually do that in a HUD update. Why did it? Oh, my other, I didn't even notice my block was like all janky. So let me see if I can do that. There we go. Now that bug is fixed. Although questionable leaving the thing. How would I, where is this? This is gonna go like does this even work? No. Okay, so those won't even go in there anyway. So that's not necessarily that useful. I'm confused. Okay. Oh, it's one of these.
Hey, thanks for listening to Rhythm and Pixels Radio.
So that should went up there. Which
hella confused right now. Did that fuck up the top? No, I'm trying to figure out which fucking vertex we need to change to make this look right. I feel like it should be that corner one, but that's the one I just moved. I have half a wooden box. We have all of it. I fucked up the bottom, though. But I think all the tops, the sides and the tops work. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck. That side's fucked up. Can this just not be done if they're not spread out like this? Surely you can do this. Yeah, that's just back where we were. Gosh, I don't understand. Maybe it's easier. Maybe it's easier if I start from the bottom.
This one has to be different. So maybe that one's supposed to go that way. There we go. That one's up there, so this is going back the other way. Music? What are you doing, music? Hello? The music cut out, and I just thought it was like YouTube being fucking YouTube, and it was actually me. Neither of those work. Maybe these are supposed to be diagonal across from each other. Or I just didn't try that one. Oh my god, we got it! Finally put the box together in the right way. That was very hard to put the box together in the right way. Oh my god, the texturing shit is so hard to, like, visualize. I cannot, like, understand. Even though I know where the triangles are, I can't, like, understand where to put the texture coordinates to make the box look like the box. We're saving that one. That one's saved. Now we have dice, box. Dice, box. No, it's not that. I mean, the easier texturing system, I would have to do the other triangle system. That's the only way to do an easier texturing system. It's not like I could do it any different with this, with triangle strips. Triangle strips just work the way they work. It's because I have to, like... I have to be able to, like, understand, like, what this single... God, I didn't mean to do that. Oh my god. So like, if I'm looking at, like, this triangle, right? I'm looking at, like, this point. I have to, like, be able to visualize what, like, moving that is gonna affect when I, like, move shit around. And it's just, like, hard to do that. Sorry, I had that down. Couldn't see the name of it. I had scrolled a bit because I was like, oh god, internet, why? I mean, also, some things could be easier done. Like, I mean... I feel like this use case where it's like I use a single texture on every single side of the, like, object is, like, the most difficult for this. Like, the dice thing is way easier. Like, if I wanted to put it back to the dice, I think I'll have a lot easier time. Because it's just like, okay, I know, like, the one is on the one. Like, I know that each of these are a single face. Like, knowing that each thing is a single face makes it a lot easier. So I think if I, like, drew, like, you know, if I was making, I don't know, a fucking... I don't fucking know, like a truck that had, like, a cab and a back space, like a back, like, part. Like, it'd be easier because, like, all of the textures for each part would be separate. Instead of, like, trying to paste, like, just the windshield over every single part of the truck. Of course, the lines in there are going to be a clusterfuck when I have, like, more vertexes, because I mean already is like a lot with just this many. But I think this whole thing where there's like outlines now when you like select whatever, that makes this a lot easier, because now it's like, oh, I know which, if I highlight those are the four that are gonna move if I move this. I get it. You know? Alright. So. 140. I guess I'll just spend the last 20 minutes kind of cleaning up some of these comments that I can get rid of that are like just code commented out. The next big thing is like updating like so that there's more vertexes, like adding new vertexes to the thing, and I don't know how I'm gonna do that right now. That might be done by the next time I do stream this, because I might like think about how to do it and just be like, I'm gonna do it once I think about it. It will also... We'll also try and like move some of this code to like its own function too, since this function's kind of like unwieldy. This is literally like update 3D is literally, let's say 240. $240 to like $740. It's literally 500 lines of fucking code for like a single if statement. I mean, it does a bunch of fucking stuff, but really, I feel like I shouldn't have all that shit in the same place right now. This bit, I did not like this. Because I was like, what the fuck? Everything works the same way, which is kind of weird. Right? So this always does new y times equals 1. I think this always just literally does the same thing. Pretty sure we don't need that. And if it goes 1, it does that. Else, it does that. It just does that. Should I fuck anything up removing that shit? Pretty sure it should be fine. Definitely fine. Okay. So, what kind of things can we do to make this a little bit less ridiculous? I think I do this in another place, so maybe I can swap this out. Because I think what that does, that's what, like... So it stops me from doing it. It doesn't stop me from doing that. Oh, I guess because the moment I cross the line, it goes out. What was even the what the fuck is even the point? This doesn't actually stop me from doing any of them, right? Like I can literally just I can drag that right across there. It does kind of stop me. It just doesn't stop me enough. I don't understand why this works. I guess it doesn't. The selection thing works differently. Can I also just go? What if I do like this? Okay, it only does like the last one. Alright. That's a jank. Okay, so this does kind of log it into whatever section you're in. So, in that case, let's, demo stuff, mouse. E, lock, mouse, to segment. On that, on the first one it doesn't move, on the second one we just return whatever. Okay. That takes off friggin' pretty lines of code. Giant ass fucking switch statement. Up. This like still have somewhere else, right? In texture anywhere? Code that's very similar. Yeah, so
All the arpeggios fit for YouTube here on Rhythm and Pixels Radio.
Last Bible? Last Bible. Oh, it's literally Megami Tensei. The sequel to Noah's Ark. No, it is apparently Megami Tensei Gaiden. I just didn't realize. I didn't know they had a different name. I actually didn't realize there was any sort of like. It's not translated. I guess it's just like a sub series. I don't know. Only the first one has the Shin Megami name on it, so it's like they spun off into their own like series apparently. '92 and '95. Wait, are all of these SNES games? No, the first one is a Game Boy Color game. Second one is also a Game Boy Color game. So 2 Game Boy Color games, a Super Nintendo game, and then another. Wait, it's a Game Boy? Wait, which one? Which one's the 4th one? Game Gear? It says it's a spin-off of 4 games, but then they list 5 games. Night Zooted. That's not confusing at all. I'm guessing the other Game Boy. Oh, it's a Super Game Boy game? I want to see the Super Game Boy border. Wait, how's it a Super Game Boy game? Because the first 2 games... Wait, this came out in '95. I thought the first 2 games were Game Boy Color games. Oh, it was re-released on... Damn, what the fuck? These were re-released on Game Boy Color 7 years after they were made. So there was 3 on Game Boy. Then they re-released them on Game Boy Color. Oh, this one actually got a US release too, in '99 on Game Boy Color. I never played this one. I didn't play many of the Megami Tensei games. Did you guys, like, play them much? Like, I know a shit ton of people played, like, Persona, but I mean, like, the older Shin Megami games. You never heard of Shin Megami games before? Digital Devil Saga? You've heard of Persona before, though, right? You know, they just released a fucking huge one. The first Persona game was a Shin Megami Tensei game. It was literally called Shin Megami Tensei : Persona. So it's like Shin Megami Tensei is like the precursor to the Persona games. I don't know if precursor is the right word, because there's like... there's a fuckload of Shin Megami Tensei games. Right, well, I'm just trying to get you, like, you have, like, a point of connection here. Even if you never played them. I actually haven't ever played, like, any of the Persona games either. But it's, like, an absolutely, like, the Shin Megami series is, like, an absolutely massive series. There's literally, like, fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, like 12 mainline games, and then, like, if you count side games, there's like 25 or 30 maybe, like spin-offs, including the Persona games. Like, it's an absolutely massive franchise that, like, US mostly, like, missed out on. I feel like. SMT is pretty heckin' awesome. The only thing I know is I watched Oliver, my old roommate, play through Digital Devil Saga, and I just remember being like, why the fuck did they name all of the elements stupid shit, and now you have to, like, relearn an elemental wheel with other stupid fucking names? That was literally my, like, thought process when I saw him playing it. Because it doesn't use, like, you know, like, water, fire, like, earth, like, that kind of shit. They have, like, their own names for shit. Also, I don't know about speedrunning, but I wouldn't mind, like, playing it on stream sometime. Especially since there's some old translated ones, like, on retro eras. That's it?
I think that's it. Okay. Okay, apparently I use that in other places, so let's also redefine this. Didn't realize I use that in other places. And that's not quite right. Half as wide as they're supposed to be. Why are they half as wide as they're supposed to be? By 40. They're backwards. 20 by 10. 5. Okay, I got confused because the lower number was on top before, now it's the higher number. There. Okay. So there we got that. Why is my frame rate only shows up on the texture screen? It's kind of weird. Frame rate? Frame. Draw character from my font. I am assuming this is drawing it. Definitely is. There it is. Protocols, stuff. Batch to be array true. Just out of curiosity. No, it's not. I was like, does it show up? There we go. There we go. Now it doesn't have that weird black box around it either. It was showing up because I was drawing a bat. I must be drawing a batch wrong or something on the texture screen.
Alright. Well. So, we cleaned up a little bit of stuff there. So now this function looks like a little nicer. It's still kind of unwieldy. But either way, it's better than we also got the whole texturing thing down and the whole, like, you know, showing up the selectors on the actual model itself. So it's like, you know, you click your point you want, and then you can, like, you know, you can see which ones you're going to be moving. Same over here. It's like, okay, I see that's the corner I'm on. So when I move this guy, it like moves that texture. We obviously have same with loading, which I didn't do that today, but I don't know. Next up is definitely well, actually, first I should probably this is like what I'm using for the like that texture, the the selected model texture, right? I actually should move this over to the main texture file, so it's not in the one that will probably be changeable at some point. That's on the list of things to do. I also probably should fix like these things showing up off of here, because I don't do that. But then we add more vertexes to the model next time. Or maybe I'll do it before next time around, and we'll try and, like, you know, see if we can make some other useful model next time. I don't really know. Honestly, I'm like, I'm kind of like, I don't even know what I'm gonna end up using, like, how I'm gonna end up using this. Because I know there's like stuff. I lost my. Oh my god, I lost my thing. Where am I? Shit, my camera. Probably should add a reset camera button too. Things to be added. It's like my right now my vision or whatever that I'm like, oh, what'll I do with this? Update selectors. Update selectors. Update selectors. We want update selectors to be fast. Update selectors. Solution, rebuild the entire thing. Look at that, 0 errors, 0 errors, 0 warnings. I'm thinking maybe I try and make, like, I don't know, a single area equivalent to like a Mega Man Legends town or something that you can move around in. Like enough assets to like be able to do that. Just, you know, like a few houses, I don't know, some boxes and shit, like to like put around, maybe like a vending machine or something, and then like a character model. And then probably like at the very end, I'm kind of like, I should actually make some kind of bone system so I can animate the character, because I should. Actually, never. I don't know if I've ever actually done that, to be honest. What does that even mean?
But yeah, so that's the plan. So I feel like that's a lot of stuff. So we're probably still gonna be working on this for several weeks. That's all you ever mean, Cup. You have a one-track sucking mind. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and rig Goot. He's actually doing, I don't know, it's his first annual Metroid. So I don't know if that means he's gonna try and play, like, all the Metroid games, in May. It looks like he's playing Metroid 1 right now. Never remember the fucking commands. Well, okay. If it helps you at all, the jam Q thing is literally just a replacement for exclamation mark. And all of the normal commands and stuff aren't spaced. So, like, you can literally just do exclamation mark add quote, all one word. Yeah, but I'm saying if you remember that there's, like, no spaces in, like, any commands. Like, there's very few commands that actually have space. Because I have to, like, type special stuff in the commands to make there be spaces. Oh, yeah, that's why I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? So that was supposed to be games. That, I mean, yes, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. Anyway, like I said, we're gonna go raid DOS. I have no fucking idea. I don't know. Anytime I look at Metroid 1, it all just looks the fucking same to me. So I have no idea where... He could be 5 minutes in the game. He could be 5 hours into the game. For all I know. Anyway, as usual, thanks for the bits, tips, raise views, subs, follows. I'm pretty much 100% sure stream's gonna start late again tomorrow. Because I had to pick up my brother today. Because his car's been fucked up, so he had to take his car into the shop. So I actually drove to the shop, picked him up, went and picked up my niece, and then drove both of them home. So I'm sure tomorrow I'm going to be picking up my niece again. No, his car literally just went in the shop today. My car was in the shop for a while, but now I've had it for a while now too. But yeah. Other than that, you guys have a great night. Like I said, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be back Friday night, too, for... it'll be the same thing as tomorrow night. Donkey Kong Country 2. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Friday night. See you guys then. If not, yeah, have a good one.